What's good, y'all? It's Wanyá. I do art. Follow me on all my socials. Instagram, Etsy. That's about it.
Hello and welcome to today's video. Today, we are here and we are playing some Minecraft. So, just gonna take a little sleep here, and then we gotta get into it. So, recently I built this house, kind of a fun little thing. Built this whole stair. I'm gonna go over here so you can see the house a little better. It was inspiration from a post that I seen on Reddit. Somebody had made this, and I was definitely just inspired. I'm like, damn, this house is so cool. So that's where I got the idea from, and I want to just show you guys that a little bit, and then I want to show you where I'm going to start working and kind of clear the area a little bit. So first of all, difference is the wood is actually switched from the Reddit post that I seen, and down here in the post, the original one the person made was actually like a garden, but our area here has so much garden stuff already. I really didn't think we needed more. So, especially like being on the water, it grows so much easier than having to have water here. So, there's that. Inside, it's kind of basic. I mean, it's sort of like a secondary house for me, so not really much going on. Your basic things in here. We're head upstairs. This is where the bed is. Lectern's gonna have a book on it eventually. This is where I sort of throw some other items that I may need. And then upstairs is where I'm keeping all my rare, kind of special items, sort of harder to obtain items will be in here. So that's what we have in this part of the house. Also, this is different. This area has a fence instead of lecterns like the original house had. I wanted to make it a little different, but I really like this water sort of ladder thing. It works as a way to get up there because there's really no other way you can do it. Also, the glass in this is all panes. That one had a mix of blocks and panes, so switch that up. And I got the little glow berries hanging down here as well. So yeah, basically we went from right here. This is all empty. I was going to build another tower here, but I sort of changed my mind. We got a giant red number 1. Of course, Max Verstappen has number 1 this year in F1, and it's red, so I sort of built this out of wool in that spot. There really wasn't anything I wanted to put there. Continue with our wooden pathway, which is our entire area, from up there to the lighthouse, across over here, down here, and everywhere, basically, besides to the giant tower here. Everything has a wooden pathway. So we continue with that, and this connects in really nice. It goes down here now. This is, of course, the new section. As is this. This is our newest potato garden. Of course, potatoes are the main food that we eat in this world, so we got potatoes there. And this new bridge, which is super, super cool. Really awesome to have just one more piece connect in and really connect in this island or this area, because now all the way from that side to this side there's a bridge, and all the way from that side to that side, so the whole thing now has a bridge. So that's kind of a cool thing. I mean, I really, really love what we've done with this world. I think it's one of our most unique worlds that we have in Minecraft for sure. We come here to the crypto.com watch point, and you can really just see how brilliant it is. And of course, this new bridge here really emphasizes what this world has and what it can do. And all of our pathways up over here. There's just so much to this world, and I'm just so happy with how it came out. But of course, there's always more to build in Minecraft. It's never done. Unless you're working on the same world since the game came out, basically. So you're doing worlds for 10 years. So, of course, it never stops. There's always something to build. It's an infinite world, infinite resources. So I was thinking this hill right here. It's a sort of a prime spot. It sort of connects in because I've done all this stuff on this hill. Wanyá and I sort of have a combination of things that we're doing in this world. And, he did the lighthouse. He's doing this giant tower, which is supposed to sort of be a Pokemon tower, like in 3rd gen where Rayquaza be chilling. Sky Pillar? Is that what it is? No, that's Sky Pillar's 4th gen, isn't it? Yeah. What is that thing called? Where is that dude chilling? Bruh. What's that dude's tower? It is a Sky Pillar. Okay, it is a Sky Pillar. So that's what it's supposed to be. And I mean, looking at the image here from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, like it looks very similar. Obviously, the original Sky Pillar and Sapphire or Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald did not look the same, but he has the entryway nailed down on this. He must have looked at the picture because that looks identical with the block sticking out. So he took that inspiration and it's a pretty cool thing, and I'm excited to have that finished and see how it looks. So, he did that. He did the lighthouse. He's done a lot of this area, the houses on this. He's done all of them besides the 2 over here. Like, he even designed my house. He's got a brilliant submarine. So he's definitely contributed more to this world than, say, I have. He's great at building the things and really executing. Like, I come with a good idea, but it kind of just looks shit. So he definitely can make these worlds look great. Like, I like building things. In games is one of my favorite things to do, but he's just brilliant at executing them. I mean, we do GTA races. We both make them. His are way better. So, yeah, we do that. I name the things. But yeah, there's my house. So most of this, like, basically here on over is stuff I've done, and he's pretty much done all of this. I mean, I named the mines the COVID protocol mines with the Bill Gates Nether portal. And the Facebook medical expert entrance. But, for the most part, he's done most of it. But I got to continue my building of, things on this hill. So my goal with this build is it's just going to be like a little kind of hill outpost sort of thing. I kind of want it where these trees are, because I feel like, we can get some stairs, maybe sort of just to connect over, because, I mean, we can just build this to wood. And then, kind of build whatever in here. So normally I'm for chopping down trees, but there is a tree that is not something that I want to chop down. So I gotta see, did I bring my flint and steel? I didn't. I brought this, though. I brought my shears. We can just shear all the leaves off. We can see what we're kind of left with. Which is just a super, super obnoxious tree. I mean, the one thing about it, though, is this does provide such a good amount of wood that maybe it is just worth chopping down. Like, as much as I really don't want to, because I don't like dealing with these trees that are kind of in amongst the leaves. But if we're making most of our stuff in this game out of wood, it probably makes a significantly good idea to chop down and collect up as much of this wood as possible. So, as much as I would just preferably like to cut it down or burn it down, it's a little better this way. And honestly, by chopping out the leaves with that, made that tree so much nicer to take down because it's already gone. I don't think there's any pieces of wood stuck in there. And this area does not have torches yet. Of course, it hasn't been fully lit, so... Which I do want to note, in this world, the lighting is purely my job. I do all the lighting. So anything in here that lights up the map is something that I've done. So, all of these little torch things and all of the glowstone in the ground is what I've done. I think the glowstone really does help amplify. Because, I mean, these torches on here, it works, but that glowstone really brings it to life. And when you're out here in the dark, because, you know, when I play by myself, I sleep pretty much every chance that I have when it's nighttime. I don't really want to risk anything getting destroyed. And, you know, in this area, I don't want to have something come up and fuck me up on here, or allow for a creeper to spawn, or something like that. So, try to limit the potential for that. But, you know, when we play together, it doesn't make sense to sleep every, 5 minutes. Where in this, okay, then a 12-minute recording, I slept twice. It's something I can do solo. Like when I was building that house that I showed you in the last few days, I built that when I was just the one playing. So, there was an opportunity for me to just, okay, I built a little bit, sleep. Build a little bit, sleep. But when you're, playing with somebody, it's harder to every single time that it becomes nighttime to sleep. So, I don't always, but yeah, so we're just going to go through here, and we're just working on the simple cutting out of all of these trees. Because this area, there's going to be trees again sometime, but I got to clear out at least what I can for now and what I need to. So that's going to be the trees at least in this spot. Not all of them are going to go. I'm going to keep the one, well, never mind, not keeping that one. But I'm going to keep the ones that are further over. These two will stay. I don't think that they need to be chopped down yet. And I mean, this hill used to have a shit ton of trees on it. Like, this whole area had trees that I've just slowly chopped out, and that's kind of what survived. But, of course, as it gets built up, there will be trees. But what we've done with saplings is, since again, as you can see, this world is covered in wood planks, wood slabs, the oak wood itself. Like, this world is a significant amount oak wood and then stone, just because that one tower. But everything else besides the tower here is pretty much made of wood, as you can see. Now, wood's a material that we don't necessarily consistently build with in some of our other builds. We definitely throw in more materials, but this world being on the water, the threat of fire burning down all of our stuff is, of course, very low. So, of course, it's not 100% guaranteed that it won't happen, but being on the water definitely protects a good amount of our city from burning down. So, we use more wood. But with that, over here, we have a whole, like, oak tree kind of farm. You come in, chop down all the oak wood that you need, and then boom, more saplings. So as you can see, there is a significant amount of trees here, and bees and everything. So And this area used to have no trees at all. When we started this world, we didn't really spawn far away from where this map starts, or from where we're at. It was kind of just over past that hill, over that way. We sort of spawned, and we're like, okay, we kind of want a flat open area to build. So I looked around, and I found this field. And I was like, oh, this field would be brilliant to build. Little did we know, right over here was a giant lake. And this lake became our town. Right down here at the entry point is where we sort of jumped in initially. So the entry point to the map is the official, spot. We were going to build a little house there to sort of set up, but we didn't. We sort of just got straight into it and built this up. And slowly, these two houses were the first ones because those are our houses. We sort of pushed a little bit out that way because that cave is our main cave right there. So we did that, and then we built over this way. And then the lighthouse came in right after the watch point. The watch point came in. Brilliant spot sort of to work, to look down at everything. Then the lighthouse, then the giant towers, the rocket ship, the other tower here, and we sort of built more along this area. So the lighthouse had the giant path go up, and then this newer path was introduced to sort of connect around. And I feel like the light sort of show the area that you control of a map, or of an area. The light shows, okay, this is the area that is ours, and anything past the lights is kind of not yours. Now, the first thing that we actually ever had built was this bridge, because we were looking through these areas and we're like, oh shit, giant ravine, which actually turned out to just have dripstone. But this bridge was actually one of the first things that were built. And the watch point was here, and then all these stairs and stuff came in later. But back to chopping down trees. It gives a little bit of time for that stuff to actually despawn. Is there any wood left? Oh, there is a tree left. I was like, this is not despawning. So, I'm thinking somewhere along, like right in here, we're going to kind of flatten out a little bit to build a house. I don't know necessarily what the structure is going to be. This here's just a whole episode of just fixing the land up, basically. Which, that's what I enjoy. I don't know if it's the most enjoyable thing to watch. If you, want to let me know if this is enjoyable to watch, but, it also gives me an opportunity to sort of talk about this world that hasn't really been shown in a video. It's sort of been in the countdown to 10 video. I did like a 10-minute rundown in our game compilation, but I don't think there's really been much more in-depth with this world. So, and I don't really like playing necessarily much of it by myself because I just feel like Minecraft is something that is more enjoyable together, especially in a world that we share. So I don't really want to just come in here and spend all the time, because I did that once with this building. And that's the thing. I don't want to do it all the time. So I'm trying to keep it sort of limited what we do in this one. We had one where we were just messing around with frogs in a open test world. So, that's more what the Minecraft content on this channel has been. But, yeah. So let's take our shovel. And again, I think that an area sort of like here, we can kind of flatten out. Because I just want it to be like a little area. Like, it's kind of up on the hill. You can kind of see it from, everywhere. I want it to just look nice and be like almost a little rest area, a little area you can just chill. Have it maybe be like another little lookout or something. Another watch point from kind of a house. But maybe even just honestly a watch point from here. Seems kind of cool. We can sort of hang out over that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It'd be one of the things that, you know. Fuck. I don't have another shovel, do I? Honestly, I didn't really want to clear that out. I don't know why I did that. Come back. But yeah, this area is sort of going to be the flattened out area. I think we're going to push it back maybe one more layer. I don't want to push it back too far because then it sort of makes the hill weird. But yeah, we'll push it back another layer. And then we'll start building something there and then, you know, connect it in somehow to one of these parts of the walkway. I mean, maybe even it can connect in from here because it's just so close. I mean, stare down, walk across. Boom, you're here. So it'd be like a little house type of thing. Again, not entirely sure what it's going to be, but that's the fun side of just preparing the land for that. So let's go put some of these things away. Sun is setting once again. Maybe I have another shovel in here. No, I don't actually. Well, that's wild. Alright, so I'll throw the wood in there because that's going to be useful. We'll throw the sticks in here. And we'll throw one dirt block. So one of the main things of this, you know, is obviously keeping things relatively organized because most of the items in this world we do end up sharing. So you know, you want to keep it relatively organized for each other to use what you have. So that's the plan with this world. You know, keep things organized for each other, and you know, just make sure it's accessible to whatever resource you need. You know, we want to make sure it's solid. So we got, you know, this house here, which it is mainly, you know, my items, but it's definitely accessible for either one of us to come grab whatever items we need for crafting or building or, you know, whatever. So this is my composting machine. Of course, this will make the bone meal for us. The hopper throws it into the composter, into another hopper. And then from the hopper into this chest. So, you know, we'll feed it whatever. Lots of times I go through and I kind of as we do this, like I'll go through. Lots of times I'll do the harvesting in the area. And then I'll, you know, okay, cool, we got a shit ton of melons. Brilliant. Or not melons, pumpkins. Okay, cool. Pumpkins aren't really going to do anything for us. So throw them in there. Throw in the beetroots as well. Or not the beetroots, the berries. Then we come over here to the beets, and we didn't actually get any extra seeds that time. Normally we get a little extra seeds that go into their, into that as well. Oh god. I don't remember if another wart can go in it, but if it can, brilliant. Go through here, boom, chop that down. This is kind of just like what I do sometimes when we play, not all the time, but definitely once in a while I go through and chop out some of the stuff. Also, we have our map looking brilliant with everything that's in our world. Pretty much updated, of course, besides the trees that are not there. So yeah, we go through. And I just harvest it all up. Potato. So many potatoes. So again, replant whatever you need. Basically, whenever we start a new world, one of the first things that I like to do is go to a village. Try to find a village as quickly as possible, because one of the hardest things in early game Minecraft is getting your food sorted out. That's the hardest thing, because eventually food just becomes, okay, cool, whatever. We have food, we're good. But getting it in the beginning of the game is very difficult. So I always like to just go find a village as quickly as possible, because then I'm set for the game. Find a village. That makes everything else so much easier. Then you can, go mining for your resources and go from there. So my first goal is always to go find a village with potatoes. I just grab as many potatoes as possible, start planting them, and let it do its thing. So, that's my early game strat. We get as many potatoes as possible, because everything else, the game will just do its thing. But potatoes early on, crucial for me, and it has been for quite a while, just because they give you a lot of food and you don't have to really worry too much. So again, the bamboo is sort of part of my harvesting. I go through and collect it all up. Because the bamboo, sticks are pretty crucial to, when you're building things. You need a lot of sticks for, crafting torches and crafting tools. So, you can, make sticks out of trees and stuff, but when you're playing in a world that requires as much wood as this does, it's definitely not productive to chop down a tree to then make sticks. So having the bamboo that we can just turn so quickly into just a pile of sticks to throw in a chest and forget about it, it just works so well for what we're doing. Again, with this world being as wood-based as possible. Having a lot of sticks is just so crucial to that. So slowly just come through here and get another potato garden done. They're ready. Some watermelons grow, and the watermelons grow so quick. So those potatoes are done. I think we only have 2 more plots to go through. Again, this takes a good amount of time to sort of come through and we do it with the seeds. That if I accidentally plant one, that's the right thing. Plant it. Boom. Seeds done. So next we head to the newest potato garden. Now, in one of the worlds, I had a giant potato growing system, because the whole roof of my house was just potatoes. Like, the whole thing. So inside, I just had a giant system for smoking potatoes, so we never, ever ran out of potatoes. And I think as this world sort of expands, the potential for that coming back could definitely increase. Because, I mean, look how many potatoes we have. So, that is that, though. That's all of our growing of items. I think this could be a potato growing room up there. A potato cooking room. That's not a bad idea. Potato cooking room. Just seeing how many potatoes we have. So again, we have a lot of potatoes. Wheat, nobody cares to throw the wheat in here, I guess, so I will throw in the wheat. This is carrots. I mean, we have a lot of carrots, and we have a solid amount of beets. So honestly, I'm going to take 2 stacks of the carrots. So my next thing that I always do is then just come over here and throw in everything that can get composted. So I'll let it run through its course on that. So in here is where we keep all the wood. So I'm just going to go through, craft a bunch of piles of sticks. Alright, that can get composted. Unfortunately, poisonous potatoes cannot be composted, so into the water they go. They'll despawn in a few minutes. Throw the birch logs in there, and there we go. We're cooking. We're not cooking, but we're cooking at the same time. So, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.